Wherever you reside, you'll undoubtedly see the ISS blinking silently across an inky dark sky. As magnificent as this celestial display is, it begs the question, what goes on inside? The International Space Station weighs approximately 420,000 kilograms and circumnavigates the globe once every 93 minutes. It's massive by space station standards, and it's 5 times the size of the old US Skylab. Despite this, the internal capacity of the spacecraft, in which humans are floating, is said to be only that of a 6-bedroom house. The station has always been a group effort. There are modules from the United States, such as Destiny, Unity, Quest Harmony, solar arrays, and an integrated truss structure that ties everything together. The Russian modules Zarya and Zvezda. The Japanese donated the Kibo module, and the European Space Agency produced Columbus, which has sleeping accommodations for up to 4 astronauts. Sleeping is difficult when the sun rises and sets as often as 16 times a day, not least because temperature changes cause the station's structure to flex and pop. Many astronauts sleep with earplugs as a result. They can sleep whichever they choose in their dinky little telephone booth soft bags, such as up or down or ideas, that don't have much relevance in a microgravity setting. How do the toilets function? This problem has necessitated a significant amount of technological know-how. In essence, there is a toilet with a vacuum cleaner attached. Flushing water would be inefficient and heavy, but circulating air may suck away any toxic waste into a bag in the event of solid waste. Liquid waste is filtered and recycled into drinking water and breathing air, which is the only efficient method, and no one seemed to object. Having a strong, dependable toilet, which the Russians have their own unique system, is regarded as critical from a health standpoint. A power outage on the former Russian space station may force the crew to rely on emergency plastic bags. Exercising takes up a lot of time and space aboard the ISS. Astronauts' muscles and bones would wither and atrophy if they did not have it. This is because gravity constantly pulls against the human musculoskeletal system on Earth, keeping it in good form. Observations have shown that unless the crew worked out for at least 2 hours every day, bone density reduces dramatically. Astronauts must meet a lot of qualifications and physical standards in order to travel to space, but it turns out that this does not end once they arrive. Astronauts must maintain their health aboard the station to prevent bone and muscle loss, according to the NASA website. Astronauts of the International Space Station work out for roughly 2 hours each day on average to prevent muscle loss, but the equipment is different on the ISS. Lifting a 200-pound weight is tough due to gravitational attraction. Nevertheless, lifting the same amount is significantly easy. It is also difficult for astronauts to work out properly due to microgravity, which means that special equipment must be developed for astronauts to help prevent muscle loss. What to drink on the ISS? Because the ISS can only carry so much water, every liquid, from pee to perspiration, must be preserved and converted into water. Today's coffee is tomorrow's coffee when it comes to our urine. According to a news release from NASA, astronaut Jessica Meir, NASA has spent $23 million on a space toilet that cleans astronaut urine using incredibly powerful chemicals. The toilet was launched off the coast of Virginia in early October aboard a rocket bound for the International Space Station, where it will aid astronauts in reserving water. However, due to the strong acids used in toilets, only a few metals can tolerate them over time. Although titanium is one of those metals, it is quite expensive. Thus, NASA used a 3D printing process to make titanium parts lighter than typical. When the astronauts have to leave, we want to allow them to go bravely, said aerospace engineer Jim Fuller. However, astronauts have not been drinking their urine for the first time. They've been drinking it on the ISS since 2009, but this toilet makes it even more efficient and comfortable. Other tech on board. The ISS is also jam-packed with additional technological goodies, such as a potable water dispenser on board the ISS, which is classified as an intelligent machine, high-tech lab, an isolated confined place. The Environmental Control and Life Support Systems, ECLSS, test facility provides astronauts with a variety of technical developments to use on board while in space. HVAC, carbon dioxide scrubbing, an oxygen generating system, and the urine recycling facility are all part of this, according to photographer Roland Miller, author of Interior Space, a visual exploration of the International Space Station. The International Space Station is about the size of a 6-bedroom home in terms of interior volume. That appears to be a rather limited environment, and I'm sure the astronauts and cosmonauts feel the same way while aboard for 5 or 6 months. I realized that in order for the interior space project to be a success, I would need to become intimately acquainted with the station's interior. Future tech in orbit. According to NASA, the moon could soon be connected to Wi-Fi to help with connection issues on Earth. According to new NASA research, there is the ability to create a lunar Wi-Fi network on the moon. The move could benefit areas of the United States where internet connectivity is scarce. Mary Lobo, Director of Technological Incubation and Innovation at the Glenn Research Center, stated in a press release that the idea will solve a major societal issue. According to the NASA statement, a lack of adequate internet connectivity is a socioeconomic concern that has only gotten worse as a result of the pandemic. High-speed communication between astronauts and a variety of other parts, including the gateway, rovers, landers, and others, will be required. This lunar Wi-Fi framework is still extremely conceptual, NASA said in a statement. However, the team expects that the Wi-Fi research will help shape future Artemis efforts. A trip to Venus. NASA is returning to Venus with 2 new missions to explore how Earth's nearest neighbor became the scorching hot world it is today. One mission will examine Venus' atmosphere, while the other will map the planet's surface in an effort to discover if the planet was ever habitable. During his first big message to employees on Wednesday, NASA's new administrator, Bill Nelson, revealed the 2 new robotic missions to Venus. Both of these sibling missions want to know how Venus became an inferno capable of melting lead on its surface, Nelson added. Only 2 NASA missions have visited Venus in history, Pioneer in 1978 and Magellan in 1989. Before it became the fiery world it is now, the planet may have been the first habitable one in the solar system, with an ocean and environment similar to Earth's. It's amazing how little we know about Venus, Tom Wagner, NASA's Discovery Program scientist, said. But the combined results of these missions will tell us about the planet from the clouds in its sky to the volcanoes on its surface, all the way down to its very core. It'll be like if we discovered the planet for the first time. A trip to the sun. In a truly celestial feat, a NASA spacecraft has rocketed through space and kissed the sun. The Parker Solar Probe, which travels at 300,000 miles per hour, will go even closer and is officially the fastest man-made object ever produced. The sun can be touched in a variety of ways. The star is multi-layered, and its effects spread far beyond its core. In this situation, the probe has passed through the sun's warm outer atmosphere. It went as near to Earth's host star as 6 million miles, but that's not the only record. The probe has also broken the record for the fastest man-made object, traveling at a mind-boggling 330,000 miles per hour. How to get involved? Although not everyone dreamed of being an astronaut as a child, they can still work for the space organization. NASA will be testing experimental anti-asteroid technologies on a new mission, and you can now test your space knowledge and take a quiz to be a part of it. The DART, or Double Asteroid Redirection Test, mission might launch as early as November 23 with comet and asteroid deflecting technology. A 5-question quiz on the NASA website asks about asteroids, the redirection test, and the Planetary Defense Coordination Office. Users who complete the quiz receive a digital certificate and badge to distribute on social media. This technology could be useful if an asteroid or other item ever threatens the globe. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Would you visit the International Space Station if you get a chance? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.